Okay, the US government and the Israeli government have unanimously agreed, and their celebration all around in the southeastern part of Nigeria, that they've agreed to release Nnamdi Kanu May 30th, and they are saying no going back, and they are to be meeting on the 10th as regards the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu. And from what we heard, Tinubu is under serious pressure because the Israeli and the US government have said that only the release of Nnamdi Kanu, will stop the unity of Nigeria. What's your take as regards this?
Let me just say it very clearly. It's going to be really very dramatic and something a Nigerian government will see and fail at the end of the day. I repeat, Nigerian government will see it and they will fail for it at the end of the day. There will not be option. This is not a matter of judiciary again. This is not a matter of the corrupt system institution anymore, how they will be used and manipulate the process. The US government themselves under Donald Trump, and Benjamin Netanyahu have delegated powerful individuals, personalities and organizations to meet and be able to exploit means and options on how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be released, just like the way Sunday Jackson was released. Remember, for those who do not know, I'm not saying that Sunday Jackson and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu are in the same cadre or level. Sunday Jackson was sentenced to death by Nigerian judiciary, Fulani judiciary, Fulani courts, judged by Sharia law. So
For defending himself.
Against somebody that came to kill him, Nigerian government caught him, sentenced him to life imprisonment. Today, possibly the month of Nigeria Biafra war ceasefire months. These powerful delegates from these powerful countries that have been at the forefront telling the whole world what is actually happening in Nigeria have decided a particular date that they are going to issue a global ultimatum, press release statement mandating with immediate effect that the Supreme IPOB leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be released on that date. Whether it is favorable for the caliphate, it is favorable for Asurok or not, they do not want to know. They are saying enough is enough. After all, Nigeria have questions to answer over the manner of which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was adopted in Kenya. And secondly, that Nigerian government is part and parcel of genocide and killings of Christians in Nigeria. Based on that, they are now going to give an ultimatum, possibly any moment from now, on a month where Nigeria and Biafran entered a ceasefire agreement, where the war finally come under ceasefire deal. An instrument of ceasefire was actually signed between the Nigerian government and the Biafran government. On May 30th, we remember over 6 million Biafrans that was murdered on propaganda, lies, under the clear watch of Yakubu Gowon. Today, Yakubu Gowon is experiencing killings by those who he defended as his own people. They are the ones killing his own people now. And he has not come out to condemn what is happening in Nigeria. But today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has entered another phase of freedom, triggering possible release and jubilation, because we are still believing. A lot of people are asking questions. Why is it that they have already set a date personally and confidentially known to these powerful nations on the day they will make it public that on this day Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be released, whether good or bad, and any attempt to go against this ultimatum, Nigeria will experience the other side. But all this while, they have been watching Nigerian government to retract their steps, to do the right thing, and allow institutional rights of people, stop violations and killings of Christians, stop genocide and jihadist tendencies against the Christians in Nigeria, which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was an element of resistance in that regard. Unfortunately, there was a conspiracy and he was sentenced to Sokoto imprisonment. Not that Mazi Nnamdi carried a gun, but just because he exposed the Fulani agenda. So as of today, it is good news that Benjamin Netanyahu and Donald Trump has chosen a day that has kept confidential. It might be 30th May. You just wake up in the morning and you discover that Asu Rock is no more. Everybody is running helter-skelter. What do we do? Can Nigeria challenge the ultimatum of the United States of America? Can Nigeria challenge the ultimatum of the Israeli government after they have given them enough time to be able to curtail and grant Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's freedom? Then they'll be running up and down. What do we do? And of course, if not for the American intervention, Sunday Jackson wouldn't have been freed today. And they are saying it very clearly that this is a clear injustice on the people of Biafra, and on that date that Nigerian government will have no option than to walk straight to the Sokoto Caliphate prison, correctional center, and release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be able to attend the reason why he was sentenced to Sokoto prison.
Okay, but do you not think that they need, somebody that can represent the Biafra nation? And they've thought that Nnamdi Kanu said this is the only man they know they can hand over a nation to. Do you not think that's why they are saying Nnamdi Kanu is the one that's why they are saying that Nnamdi Kanu should be freed on or before May 30th?
Yes, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu represents 85 million Biafrans all over the world. I repeat, he is the symbol of 85 million Biafrans all over the world. And why they are trying to do this is that, and they have already looked at the whole thing and have come to the conclusion that the only option to stop Fulani attacks on civilians in Nigeria, to stop Christian genocide, is to declare Biafra an independent nation under the weight and protection of Israel and America. So on that note now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who has become a global figure and a reference point, who has been able, under the command and control structure of the IPOB, draw the world attention, global attention, world leaders' attention, the congressmen, the Knesset parliament, Italians, Americans, Germans, Rome, to what is happening within Nigeria that was covered up over the years. And he is going to be the one, based on his integrity and what he stood for and his convictions, and being a man that has done a lot, has sacrificed a lot to make sure that Biafra is being recognized all over the world. Today, Biafra has become a global debate. Biafra has become a global discussion everywhere, in government houses all over the world. Everywhere you go, people are talking about, people are asking questions, and people are saying there was a country. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is either he will be in DC, Washington DC, or either he's going to be in an Oval Office, or either he's going to be in the United Nations building in New York. We are going to experience that at the end of the day as time as time gets closer, where he will be handed over officially under the world media the instrument of recognition and possible takeoff of Biafra as a sovereign nation. And that is the reason why they already set a date confidentially. People are saying it's going to be on the May 30th. People are saying it's going to be before May 30th. People are saying that possibly that the world will declare Biafra recognition, because that's all on May 30th. And what it is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot be in the prison while Biafra is being declared as a sovereign and recognized nation in the world. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be a free man who will stand among international communities, among global leaders, to receive the instrument of a nation, or the newest nation recognized in the world. And that will be something outstanding. That will be a direct shock. That will be an option to save Christians in Nigeria. Biafra would represent that, because over the time, I don't want to tell you the history of Biafra, how Biafra come into existence, how Biafra defended themselves against an ideology that does not tally with humanity, and up till now, how Biafra has contributed so much to the economic and global development around the world. Biafra is 100% qualified to be a nation, including Amazonia and including other territories of the old Eastern Province, based on the findings and documented record of the Portuguese colonial masters as at that time, before the British government came. So Biafra is there, is in existence. What we need now at this point in time is normal and official diplomatic recognition, and that is what the United States of America and the Israeli government have come into a conclusion, that a date will be set where the world leaders will issue an ultimatum on the Nigerian government to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu with immediate effect. Failure to do that, then we are going to see this man, the IPOB leader, taking the instruments of Biafran recognition in Washington or anywhere they will choose to be the venue. God bless you.
Okay, but we saw what happened during a mass burial in Jos, where the Fulani bandits attacked, a burial conducted by Christians in Jos. With that being said, do you not think this is one of the things why the US and the Israel finally decided to release Nnamdi Kanu, based on he has always talked as regards the continuous spying of Christians and the agenda of this Fulani? Do you not think that's why they finally agreed that okay, May 30th, enough is enough, it must come out May 30th?
There are thousands of such genocide on daily basis. The ones that are being reported and the ones that are not reported. Yes, you can see Nigerian media, if not for social media, you would have imagined what was actually going on. Imagine a situation where there was social media during the Nigeria Biafra war. Imagine what would have happened. Imagine what has happened without the media actually giving it a thorough coverage. So the social media is God sent to expose things like this.
But sometimes it's a terrorist organization causing more problems. Social media has caused more havoc than good in Nigeria.
Okay, him that is saying that knows that we can no longer be tolerating that kind of statement calling from the Northern Caliphate. What is happening in Nigeria has become something worrisome. It has become something that has been there over the years, almost on daily basis. What are they looking for? It is conquest. They want Nigeria totally collapsed and Islamized, and that is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stood against. And that's the reason why they are saying, I think there was a reason there was a country. There was a reason there was a country. There was a reason there was a country. And that is why Biafrans all over the world are celebrating May 30th this month, May 30th, 2026, to honor those who fought and defended the first Jewish black nation in Africa.